Good morning and good evening. So today we're going to be going over a concern we had with one of our students who said, definitely the homework side of things, how to accurately set an entry, bottom and sell price. He said, that's my problem. I buy when I think it hits low and it's about to go up for a swing, but it ends the day 10% lower where I bought it. So we're just going to talk about the general strategy. I think everything really has to tie in together. But just remember your entries and your exits. But yes, let's go over the whole strategy.
All these stocks are having huge return potentials. And I'm telling you right now, it's falling historically. Like we said in the Discord, February was a bad month for stocks. And that's just been historically right. And now we're getting into the end of February. We're going to start March. And what do you think is going to happen? March is a good month for stocks. All these stocks are going to start to bounce upwards. And if you are not bought in these good deals areas, you're going to miss out, and it's going to be up here. You guys are going to be asking me, hey, do I buy right now? Just do your research, find out what you like about your certain companies, make your watch list. That should be your step one. Make your watch list that you like. You see potential in stocks that they might have a potential to go back up, that they have a profit potential margin. If you have trouble finding these stocks, there are plenty of resources free right now out. There is all these Discord chats that of course, ours, financial mentors and students. Please, I do research every single day. I'm here all day. So are other people. We don't just throw tickers on the list and just put them out there. I mean, we do our own due diligence, as I would hope so. These people do. And I want to bring up your attention. I want to bring it up to your attention, these stocks. And you need to do your own part and go and look into the company. Just a quick Google search. That's all it takes, 5 minutes. And just look into them really quickly and see if you're interested, if you like that sector, if you don't, if you think they have potential, if they don't. You need to be the decision maker because you are going to be the one that's pressing the buy and sell. If you are not comfortable in all these positions, you're going to panic sell through these dips. You're going to lock in those losses. And we don't want to be doing that. You're buying high, selling low. That's the opposite. We want to be, it's going to take a while for your brain to kind of get rewired. But honestly, when I felt the most scared, and I still these days, if I feel the most scared when a stock is starting to really dip, I found that those are the perfect buying opportunities. Those honestly are when you are fearful, I just feel like that's like a good indicator for me. Am I scared or how am I feeling? Because trading should not be with emotion. You should be trading, like I said from the beginning of previous videos, you should be trading like a robot. Trade where we're buying these small, what do you think Mrs. Cathie Woods did? Also, why was I screaming out Palantir over this past week? Well, we saw it was already at this dip from bad earnings. Classic overreaction, or earnings overreaction. Classic. Zooming over here on the 180-day chart on the right-hand side, we can see this is when I was calling it to you guys. This whole dip downwards. If you had bought in any time of this dip, you would have been basically, you're up on your position already. And what I was doing is I was buying on this dip, I bought on this dip, and I bought on this dip. And this dip, I bought heavy because I was like, there's no way. And look at what this totally lined up with technicals. This lined up with fundamentals. This was in my honest opinion, this was the perfect play of all of February. This right here, I set myself up for a great position. I have a couple in the money calls already that are up 60, 70%. Palantir is going to make me a buck this year. I can tell you guys that. And I love Palantir. I think it's going to go past 60 this year alone. Honestly, Palantir, look into them. Big data analytics company. Really nice. This is why I was paying attention to them so much. I saw so much potential in this company when they were selling off just because the lockup period was expiring. And also, they had a little bit of bad guidance or bad earnings or whatever. But if you looked into their earnings, it was that their revenue went up while their expenses went down. Their expenses were only stock compensations to their employees. I think this company, they believe in themselves and they're not going anywhere. This company's been around since 2001. It should serve as a sign that this is a solidified company. It's not going anywhere. And honestly, if Cathie Woods ARC, buying it for her ETFs, which is the safe stocks that you get in. Look, she bought 6.8 million shares of Palantir in the last week as this stock dipped. Why? Well, look into this company. Go do yourself, do some research, and go see why she's buying all these shares. Go see what Palantir does. And that's what you need to be doing on your time off. Instead of just searching for a stock here and there, being frantic. During the day, you could be researching a stock that you like or something. You take into consideration all these stories. You find the stocks either through Discord chats, either through Facebook chats. All these people have their own watch lists. You can either do YouTube videos. These people post daily. Me, Kevin's really nice. He's more for like real estate, all of everything that's going on with stimulus checks, with politics, everything that's for him. Trading fraternity, gotta love that guy. He's taught me so much, but this is, I guess, is a little bit more advanced. It's for spreads, and this guy is live every single day, Monday through Friday, from market open to market close, and he's wonderful with options and stuff like that, but I know he's not everybody's cup of tea. Ricky Gutierrez, I've been watching him for years, since 2017. If it wasn't for Ricky Gutierrez, I wouldn't have gotten into trading, and that's why I gotta respect the man. And I realize he's not everybody's cup of tea when it comes to his trading style. But what I did was, through all these people, I nitpicked what I liked and implemented it into a strategy that was fit for me. And what I really like about Ricky is that he has these videos that he brings up to your attention like cheap stocks at the time. So see, just this a couple days ago, this past weekend, if you weren't doing any homework, you could have just watched these two videos, top 6 cheap stocks, 15 cheap stocks, the next video, and kind of just added them to your watch list. Go do some research, filter out the ones you don't like, that you don't see potential in, you don't like that sector, you think they're going to go nowhere, and then have, it's preferable if you only have 3 or 5 or however many, put that in your watch list and watch them. Literally, that's what it's for. It's Ziptrader is also one of my favorite, honestly. I just have to put that out there. This guy I watch almost daily. He's one of the best right now, and he's easy to explain for beginners. But watch your watch list, guys. That's the point. We need to be watching our watch list. When you add these watch lists to the stocks to your watches, don't just put in there for pretty colors or to look nice. We're putting these here because we have alerts. We have, like, I'm going to put this alert. Okay, I use a different trading platform, which is why I don't have alerts set up on here. But okay, we want to be alerted when this thing breaks below this area of 1050, because we remember that's a support. And you know, if you want to be diligent in cutting your losses, if you really do want to cut your losses and you want to buy fully here, and we do start to dip below that, then I would cut my loss or whatever if you're in fully. But what I don't do, I don't buy fully. All this, I'm not in fully, not even still. I'm in with a few $100s. My account can handle the little tolerance, the little 13% dip. But when we do start to confirm this little bottom, and we start to trend upwards from here, and we break this little short-term SMA line, and then we start to bounce on top of it, and we start to look like something like here, where we start to ride above this line, I'm going to be adding fully to this position, and this little 13% dip will not be anything compared to what my potential profit is 50 to 60% in the 16, 17s. I'm going to be holding this for a while, and I don't mind holding it. Honestly, it's oversold. I'm going to be holding this. I think it's going to go up in the near future for sure, which is why I have my watch list. The highlighted ones are stocks I'm literally watching. I have an open position with GoPro. I like this dip right here. I didn't think it was justified. A lot of attention has been going elsewhere. So previously bullish, obviously, just up and up and up on this long-term SMA line. We recently went overextended onto the upside, crashed back down, I think, on bad earnings. And we are still on that rejection phase where we are trending downwards. But this could be the bottom, is what I'm trying to say. You need to hypothesize. See that we bounced here. I don't even know, but we topped off here. This is an actual, you can identify as a support or resistance. I mean, there's also other places too, but you want to have that eye. Go ahead and have that eye and see if the stock is following these support levels. And once you hit it on the head that you know the exact support level and it starts confirming there, you will see it. You'll see it, and you could take action from there. And GoPro, we barely crossed this short-term SMA line, but that was after a dramatic dip, so I still don't have clear confirmation. Yeah, I still don't have clear confirmation, but I still see potential in GoPro. So we went over, step one was basically create your watch list, do your research. A lot of trading is homework beforehand. Do your research, do technical analysis. Where was the stock bouncing at? Where was the stock topping off at? Those levels, are they holding true in the future? Did they get rejected or all this stuff? Just look. It's just analysis. It's basically just watching, and you will have a sense of direction. You have a sense of strength or weakness on the stocks that you're looking at, and you could take advantage when you see strength kick in after a dip, like Palantir. The reason why it hit up so much is because news broke out that Cathie was buying these dips. So all of a sudden, we tested that $30 area, and then who knows if we'll keep continuing upwards tomorrow or if we'll pull back a little bit and then start to continue upwards. But honestly, this stock is just, I like Palantir. You mean to tell me we bought in with Cathie Woods? She is a superstar in the investing world right now, and she bought into this stock. That's crazy. And this is for her SAFE ETF, which is why I'm like, okay, this is something. We got something. So I'm really glad we caught Palantir. But as you know, having your watch list, taking different positions, 3 or 4 at most, and being really aware of your position size. If you're into heavy here, you need to be doing a bit of scaling here and there, and just know, kind of just have a general understanding what's going on with your stocks. Don't go in blind. It's like a war. It's like a battlefield where we are trading, and this is a war. Yeah, I can't fight for you. I can point you to the battlefield where we can make money, and there's money being made in Palantir and stuff like that. So I don't know. I feel like with experience, it'll come easier, but just know where your stocks are at. Usually I found that Clove, with stocks that are on the technicals, like Palantir, stocks that are technically oversold on the blue RSI, all that. When we're technically oversold and when things line up, there's news that comes out of nowhere, and it kind of serves as that catalyst to kind of get you popped off of that bottom and start that uptrend. And I've noticed this a lot with a lot of stocks. So honestly, Clove, one of these days you guys are going to see it. You guys are going to forget about it. You guys might sell out of it. It might be in a week. It might be that this stock will continue just chilling, and all of a sudden we'll see a nice pop because of news, and then we'll see like a candle like this. It was chilling, popped upwards, and all of a sudden we go parabolic, and you're FOMOing this so hard. I want you to get these deals at a nice deal. After this thing is already at all-time highs and stuff like that up here, then people are going to come asking me, should I buy this? I'm like, no. Like, obviously, I believe in the company, this and that, but if you are buying up here, where do you plan to sell at? Up here? A nice 13%? You're giving yourself a 40%, 30% loss. You're asking for it. You are asking for a pullback up here. Like, you need to also recognize these things. That's why I buy on these lows. I'm buying at the oversold levels. I don't mind holding these because I know these companies, and when they eventually just go back up, I can start scalping profits and start day trading the direction. But I knew the whole stock market did not have a nice direction for me, like stocks like these. I did day trade, however, stocks like EHang. We did a nice one. This is essentially what we want to see. But this is like a couple weeks worth of time, just in a couple days. Like, dude, this was wild. So basically what this was is a air taxi network, just like our play ACIC, and it was at $120. So ACIC is at $18. So yeah, that should tell you something, that there's demand for this sector. So EH is a EHang Chinese air taxi company. So what happened? They got hit with the short seller report, and they kept selling off hard, like massively. I forgot. People were just freaking out over this right here. And what ended up happening is Kevin made a video. That Ziptrader guy made a video. They all talked about this stock. And I didn't buy in this day, but I was watching it this day all day, and I bought into like this right here, like this high or something like that. Oh, this is 15-minute charts. No, I bought it like right here on this candle, and then I think I just kind of sold like up here in the 68s right here. I didn't really take too much time. I just quickly tried to scalp, because this is how it looked on the 5 minutes. It was like this, and I just saw this. I was like, okay, maybe this is worth paying attention to. Got into the confirmation, and this just right here, I got out at 68, and that was a 42, 40, 30% move. This is like this right here is 56% just from right here to right here. So even a little chunk was a great day trade. That was wonderful. But it sucks for the people, obviously, that had to ride this thing from way down here. They lost half of their accounts in one trading day if you are all in on this stock. But what I did, I came in and scooped the dip and say the bottom from confirmation all the way up to the top or validation, 60-70%. That's wonderful. I don't know how you can turn that down. So I took a day trade on that. Other than that, I don't think I really day traded this week. I day traded some Palantir on the way up on Friday, but I didn't really take too much day trades. And you're gonna have days like that. You're not going to make money every day. It should be on an average basis. You need to be focusing on the long term. You need to have stocks that are take profits, stocks that, I'm going to add stocks that are in different phases of your trading levels. And that way you can have something to do every day. My friend tells me, I want something to do. I need to buy something every day or something. And it's like, that's fine. That's cool too. But just do it smart. So what you're going to do is just have a array of 5 different stocks that you're in, or lightly in, just enough money to where you feel motivated to follow up, but not enough to where you're emotional wreck. Keep that into consideration. And that's why I know some of you guys buy one stock of the stock that you like just to look at it, right? But why can't you just look at it without having money in it? It's literally the same thing. It's a watch list for a watch list. And it's just like that. Those little things are psychological, and you're going to have to get over those things. Trade like a robot. You're going to hear me say it over and over again. Emotions, get that out of here. Also, Palantir, I wanted to just share real fast. So we had the most volume. So we can see that this is the most volume this stock has ever had on last Friday. That is wild to me. Look at the volume on this dip. Look at the volume on this little rip. This was a dip, and it had so much volume. I remember seeing that day. It didn't not want to go past 25. They were keeping at 25.96 or something. It was just there and steady staying there. And look, we're seeing a little trend with the volume. With the lockup period expiring, with Cathie Woods investing, all the people who sold out from here are starting to buy back in. This is an opportunity that I honestly see so much potential in. This goes to show when you see that little volume spike start to happen, like here, volume, more volume, more volume. This, look, all of a sudden we had a crazy amount of volume, and look what happened. We sold off and we went up. This was just insane. Look, we sold off, volume. The one day with good volume, other than the rest, massive push up. So we can either see either direction, but I am expecting some bullishness. Look at this. The volume kicked in. Boom. Boom. I'm expecting this thing to... Honestly, I'm looking at all-time highs like it's no problem. Seriously. So just knowing that it moved this quickly, it moved 22% in a matter of 2 trading days. And this thing sold off 35%, 40% in a matter of a week or two. This is like, I was just jumping on this opportunity. That's what I mean. I'm not even worried about other stocks that are making money or whatever. I have my stocks that I'm looking at, and don't feel FOMO. You don't have to make a trade every day. Stick to your plan and kind of just stay motivated to follow up with your own watch list. Create a watch list that you see potential with stocks in. You see potential, if you are using TD Ameritrade, they also have top 10s. active, I look at the top 10 active at NASDAQ, top 10 active New York Stock Exchange, and I have them down here. And I will see the sum of these stocks that I'm buying at the lows. Look at this, top 10 active now. Palantir, boom, we hit that. We were watching this stock before anybody else was. And that's what you need to be doing. You can't be just trying to buy high and sell higher. You're going to get wiped out eventually. Trust me, you're going to bag hold one of those too much, and it's going to wipe you out 50, 60%. Please don't be that person. Just focus on nice quality stocks. I don't get why people like the penny stocks so much. I'll eventually YOLO here and there on a penny stock, but not even that much. Like, I'm not looking for a lotto hit ticket on these. I know it's a marathon, not a sprint. I don't want to get rich overnight off of a penny stock. I'm doing this for the long term. And if you guys aren't here for the long term, it's gonna be tough for you. I'm gonna say it. But all I'm saying is that with these stocks, have a plan, have that rotation in effect so you could feel like you're doing something every day. You can either be adding here, manage that cash balance. You should always have cash. Manage that cash balance. You should never really be all in, honestly. So you have that cash balance. You were going to put, say, if you only have 1,000, buy one stock. If it's $10, buy one stock. If you see it's still at good deals, buy maybe 2 more shares. Really lightly. I'm talking light, so you can still be motivated. Learn how to manage that capital. So when you eventually scale up in the future and have a big account, you can know and learn. You already know how to handle and deal with managing capital. If you're going all in, you really think in the future, if you want to be doing this a long time, if in the future when you have, say, 100,000, you have an adult-sized account, are you going to be all in on that penny stock that can drop 50% over in one night? 50% of 100,000 is 50 grand. Are you willing to risk 50 grand overnight? You need to think about these things. And that's just all personal preference, risk tolerance. Go for it, guys. Go for it. Whatever you want to do, do it. But I'm showing you guys what I do. And look, I just want to point that out there, that we were calling out Palantir. And now we found out that Cathie Woods, the superstar of investing right now from ARK Investment, was also buying these dips alongside with us. So that's great news. Also, I wanted to point out ACIC. This is exactly what I was talking about. I was calling this stock at $13, $14 over here, and I bought a full-size position over here. All of a sudden, news came out that Cathie Woods herself invested. She bought this stock as well. When on the other day, she put out a list that, she put out a purchase list of what stocks she bought into. Among that list was Palantir. So she bought 1 million shares that day that it was at $27. And she went in, she bought probably like 4 more million, whatever adds up to that 6 million mark. She bought another 4 million at $25. And ACIC, would you look at that? She also bought into this stock, which sent this stock parabolic. Now it was at 14, and then boom, it just popped up a couple dollars, 16, it went up to 18. And now people in the Discord are asking me, should I buy this? Should I buy this? And they're like, why is it going down? Dude, you're late. Like, if you're late, do not complain to me. I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you guys. I did the research on this stock a while back, and I was watching this stock for a while. ACIC, look, ACIC. So we put it on here. Why did we put it on here? Air Taxi Networks, judging from the EH rally. Yeah, I put it every single day. Our plays from yesterday finished the day up, popped because of ARK News, 14%. I was kept calling it out. If you were not there, if you're in my Discord and you're still saying, should I buy at these high levels? You're obviously not doing any work. You need to put yourself in position. This is nothing comes for free, right? And right here, the stock market is going to whip you around silly. If you just try to make a trade every day and try to day trade and be a millionaire overnight, get that Lamborghini money, oh no, you're going to get wiped out. And the stock market will be the first one to show you. I may seem rude in the Discord, but trust me, I am not as rude as the stock market will be. The stock market doesn't care about your feelings. The stock market doesn't care about who you work for, if you're unemployed, if you're not, if you're a doctor, if you're a high school student. They don't care. The stock market does not discriminate. And you need to know how to handle both directions. We're not always right. It can go up or down. There might be some news all out of nowhere that black swan, we are all of a sudden down 5%. And if you don't have no cash on the side, who is actually losing here? Who's bag holding? You're all of a sudden the bag holder. You need to be buying, exploiting these dips. I mean, know when you need to buy and exploit the dips. Also, look at the EX long term in your SPY chart. This is like where the overall stock market is at all times, and we could see that it was making all-time highs, whatever, boom, 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 going up. Now we're pulling back, which is why you guys are seeing so much red in your account. You're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Well, we need to pay attention, zoom out, and see what's going on with the long-term chart, and see, oh snap, we were already on the overside part. Look at all this RSI that we were red, and it makes sense why we're gonna pull back. It makes sense. You need to expect these things. We might pull back to the SMA line like we do literally every month. Like, look at this. This is the past 6 months, right? Look, we were dipping down, came back up, dipping down, came back up. Now we're starting this little trend. Every dip, bought back up. Every dip, bought back up. This dip, dramatic dip, bought back up. Dip, bought back up. Dip, bought back up. What do you think is going to happen here? Patterns don't need to repeat themselves, but patterns is probably going to be your best bet on learn how to be familiar with some of these patterns, overbought patterns, oversold. Look at your RSI also, zoom out. People need to do this a lot more, and just zoom in, do your own technical analysis. Kind of go watch our Webull video if you don't know any indicators to use or anything. But yeah, just like I said, step 1, make that watch list, do your homework, do that due diligence so you feel comfortable holding these stocks through dips. 2, go ahead and if you see good potential in a stock, yes, you could buy in, but do not buy all in at once. You need to scale into your position size in pieces. And once you are confirmed at the bottom, then go in with your full size position. 3, that is when you see your plan to start to come to fruition. This might be the hardest part for people. When you start to see your plan come into fruition, do not get greedy. Get that profit, lock it in. If you are oversold, you are, like I said with Mara and Riot, one of the students was holding. I said it's not a bad idea to lock in profits. And guess what happened? We dipped back. I was telling them lock in profits over here. Guess what happened? Dip back. What do you think is going to keep happening? I think we're going to keep dipping a little bit further, depending on the Bitcoin news, especially with Elon, how he said he thinks that Bitcoin was too high when it hit 1 trillion. So we're going to see a little bit of rocky roads for Bitcoin. But honestly, I see this as a buying opportunity. If you really believed in Bitcoin, you should be buying the dips like this Mara and Riot. If you really believed in these companies, you should be exploiting the dips. I don't understand why people want to come in and they see the stock go higher and higher, and then they're like, okay, I'm gonna buy now. Like, dude, why weren't you buying when it was cheap if you really like that company? I don't understand that. People let previous price history dictate if they're gonna buy it. Like, if it went up 2,000%, you're gonna buy it because it went up 2,000%. Like, what? That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. You need to set yourself up for success. Don't set yourself up for failure. If you would have bought up here, you are riding this downwards, you're down 15, 20%, whatever it is, or 10. I don't want to over exaggerate, but yeah, 10, 20%. And you're going to see these, and then some people are going to be like, what the heck happened? I came in, I bought it. And they're down here, and they're like, what? And then they panic sell. Boom, they're out. It's like, what? You just bought high and sold low. That's why they have it in such a meme. It's just like, bro, like, just do your research, kind of get comfortable with the stock market. If you're not comfortable with your own money, scale down that position size. You're putting too much on risk. Just scale it down. Learn how to trade first before you start going all in. You need to walk before you run. Don't go all in. Scale in. Save your capital. A penny saved is a penny earned. But anyway, that's all, folks. Just, if you guys have any other questions, if you guys want any other topics discussed or anything, just make sure you guys commented or you guys posted in the Discord. Let me know. Yeah, you guys can go subscribe to the YouTube channel. We have 27 subscribers. We have 4 videos in this channel catered towards beginners. If you want to have free stocks when you join the Webull brokerage to learn how to trade stocks with us, then you can go ahead and get 2 free stocks there when you sign up. And we also have our free Discord and our free Facebook group that I also post daily. So thank you so much for watching, for giving me your time. We will see you guys later. Thank you.